Farming is a job that is dying out, and the main reason is that land is getting more and more expensive. Aside from being expensive, it's also hard to find the right land for farming. So the number of these traditional farms is going down at a very scary rate. To make up for this, micro-farming is growing very quickly, and a lot of farmers have chosen to do the same. In this video, you'll learn everything you need to know about how to use a small piece of land and micro-farming to make a lot of money. First, you must have a great crop to grow with selling plans. To make money, you need to sell things that people want and that are worth a lot. So if you want to make money farming, you should choose a crop that is both in high demand and worth a lot on the market. So if you look at all the crops, microgreens are at the top because of how they are grown and what they can do. They take up very little space, have a high value, and grow very quickly, so they are a great investment. Aside from this, there are a lot of other options, such as snails, chicken, and so on. You might want to find out what crops are worth a lot and how you can make money by choosing the right one to grow. To make money and sell it for as much as possible on the market, you need a business mindset with techniques and tips. You should first check the market to see what is popular and in demand right now. Choose the crop you want to grow based on how popular it is and what people are doing. If you don't, all your hard work will go to waste because no one will buy your crop and you won't be able to stay alive. So you can ask people and the community what crops or other things they would like to see you grow. Then you can plant those things and get a good amount of money from them to live happily. Importance of steady customers to generate the revenue. You also need to set up small or short goals. Your customers are the most important thing you need to take care of. To gain and keep the trust of your customers, you need to talk a lot but always make sense. You should also talk with your friends, co-workers, and family. This will give you a lot of room to spread out your practice, which will be good for you. You can sell your crops at a farmer's market or to your co-workers. You can also set up a stand on the side of the road and make a lot of money if people come to buy them there. Customers are important for any business to grow, and in the end, it all comes down to how much money you make. You will be able to sell your crops for a very good price if you are an outgoing person and a little sneaky when you talk to people. To get this work done, it's better to be kind and good at talking to people. Since everything starts with a small thing or investment, it's best for a startup to set small or short-term goals. It would not be a good idea to quit your job and depend only on this small farming business. Better to do it along with your regular job until it's well known. Even if you are micro-farming and working, you can still spend some time on your new business. Once you get a good market price for your micro-farming and get a good number of customers and a good income from it, you can depend on it and can quit your job. You can also start selling fruit from your garden and see if that brings you enough money before you start farming on the 5 acres. It is smart to use the things you already have and try to make money off of them. Once you start making money from this small campaign, you'll be able to grow more food, fruits, or crops that people really want. This way, you can add to the money's worth, and then you can use this method on a larger scale. The decision of considering the most profitable crops. To do this, you need to check out and decide what crops you want to farm, and if they give you enough money to live on, it's the best choice for you to go with. So here are some crops you can grow on your farm that will help you make a lot of money. Salad green, garlic, or microgreens. Since many individuals choose to consume green salads these days, the ideal option is salad greens to go with their meal. You can make a lot of money from it if you cultivate it on your farm and then sell it in the market for the best price you can get for it. The majority of individuals consume it because they are concerned about their health. The fact that they are simple to cultivate and do not require a great deal of attention while they are in the process of growing is the nicest thing about them. Therefore, it is the finest crop to choose, develop, and sell because it does not require much effort and may generate sufficient revenue. Due to the fact that it does not require a large amount of space and is simple to cultivate, garlic is the crop that yields the highest possible price when it is harvested and sold. Garlic is a common ingredient in practically all cuisines, including homes and restaurants, and it can be found in the majority of vegetables. Therefore, you ought to likewise search for this crop. It is possible to get between 450 and 550 pounds of garlic if you plant approximately 55 to 60 garlic bulbs. You have an outstanding opportunity to amass a significant fortune as a result of this. Microgreens are an excellent option to consider if you decide to go the route of micro-farming. The nicest part about them is that they do not require a lot of room to grow and may do so in a relatively short amount of time, as they take very little space and are worth a lot of money. As a result, they are frequently utilized on smaller farms. Additionally, they do not require the same kind of care as other crops do. They are also quite well liked in the local farmers market. Therefore, you can be certain that this crop will provide you with the greatest benefits and bring you the greatest financial reward. Worm castings and tea are also popular in this era. If you enjoy gardening with worms, worm castings are another excellent option to consider because it is a natural fertilizer and a manure of exceptional exceptionally good quality, all gardeners adore it and utilize it in their work. Worm grower is going to be a common nickname for you. Since worms never make a sound and have no odor, this is a wonderful area to begin your search. You are free to begin worm farming anywhere you wish, such as in an unused room or in the basement. It is not necessary to make a fuss in order to provide the worms with food at any time you choose, because they will eat your leftovers and whatever you grow in your garden. It's possible that you won't even need to purchase anything particular for them. Worm casting is the best way to start a business and make a living, and they are also used extensively in recycling. If you want to establish a business and make a living, using worm casting is the best way to do it. Bamboo is another option that you have available to you. It is quite common in regions where there is a great deal of variation in the weather. Additionally, it is well recognized in regions that have warm weather due to the fact that it saves a significant amount of water once it rains, which can then be consumed whenever it is necessary to do so. Bamboos don't produce fruit, but the wood they produce is greatly sought after and makes for a great selling point. Therefore, cultivating it and including it in your portfolio of microfarming endeavors is the most effective strategy to get income from it. Lastly, there are broiler chickens. Additionally, you may rely on chickens that have been grown specifically to be grilled. You are able to look after them and provide them with new grass to eat. They are also responsible for controlling the insects. They will develop more quickly if they consume freshly cut grass, and once they have reached the appropriate size, you will be able to slaughter them and get a high price for the meat when you sell it at the market. This will assist you in making a living that is satisfactory. Broiler hens have a rapid rate of growth, which is another advantage that you will enjoy. You can opt to boost your revenues by implementing any one of the following concepts in addition to the ones described above. Choose the options that serve you in the best way. Soap, milk, and other similar products are examples of these alternatives. If you only engage in one activity, you run the risk of not making as much money as you could if you also participated in another. It's a smart move, for example, to market goat milk if you own a goat and want to do so commercially. But if you live in an area where there are individuals who aren't interested in purchasing goat milk, you may also turn that milk into soap if you so choose. By doing so, you can increase the amount of money you make from the same object by including another component in it. There is a wonderful list of crops and ideas for microfarming that will assist you in making a life, and you can find it here. You can depend on it once it is well known on the market and you have a good number of customers, but initially it might not be very profitable, especially if you have to do it on the side of your normal job. However, once it has gained traction, you will be able to rely on it. Therefore, you should stop worrying about it and just get it done. If you are willing to put in the effort, microfarming can unquestionably turn out to be quite beneficial for you. Unfortunately, that is all we had for today. Hope all this information helps you decide what to do when you take up farming. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Till next time, cheers!